let me tell you how to make my sugar pie. It's a recipe for fun, if there ever was one. So no talking not to buy or cutting slack, and just pull up your socks or you'll never get this done.
Hello and welcome to Belfast Castle, right underneath Napoleon's nose, and this castle ain't no boogie.
I don't know why it makes me feel so glad. What makes it taste so good? What makes it taste so good? What makes it taste so good?
Belfast Castle is beautiful. The grounds are fantastic. Again, like Carrick Castle, we have this situation where all you can see is the other side of the loch. It is quite nice, although because we're more elevated, you get more of a view of the sort of the general industrial area. You can see the reclaimed land and all the other junk that you get with motorways and things. On a good day, you can actually see as far as Scotland across the loch. You can actually see it on the horizon, and in the opposite direction, because of the elevated position, you can actually see the Mourne Mountains very clear cut on the horizon, and we would call that Beezer. It's Beezer to see the Mourne Mountains all over on the horizon, and it's Beezer to see Scotland on the other side of the horizon. Now, on a not so clear day, it's not just Beezer, it's all right.
The background noise is terrible here. Weren't we in a flight?
What are you talking about, the background noise?
Look, the planes.
If it's not likeness, it's planes. What's your problem?
It's bad enough the kids running around, you wait for a nice quiet spot without the kids. Then the planes go over and just ruins the entire shot.
But your job, it's your remit to work out the plane things. You know, are you not looking up the flight manifests online or something? You know, Belfast International Airport has a website. You can check when these things are leaving.
Well, what about the insects? I'm getting eaten alive out here. I was stung by a wasp earlier.
Belfast Castle was built in the 19th century after the original castle was destroyed. There's not many castle ruins left. There are a few bits and pieces, but they built over the top of the original foundations.
Skilly and that, skilly and that, skilly and that, skilly and that, skilly and that pie. Skilly and that, skilly and that, skilly and that, skilly and that, skilly and that pie. Well, there's no moping, no groping, no double doping, no stabbing, no stealing, no kicking in the head. There's a lot of hope, so we can cope. And there's some crisps and
the castle cat.
And it's still a bit of fun.
The cat garden. It is said that the good fortune will come to those visiting Belfast Castle as long as the tradition of the castle cat is kept. The story goes that there has always been a resident white cat at the castle, and the gardens below celebrate this tale with 9 references made to the cat in paving. We can only find 6, so I think that's a bit of a spoof.
You've got to get this done. There's certainly no pain, just strawberries and champagne.
Sculpture and garden furniture. The garden refurbishment project in 1992, 1993, I think that's supposed to say 1892 and 1893, was part funded by the European Regional Development Fund. Paw!
I don't know why it makes me feel so glad. What makes it take?
Here, what we have here is the old dungeon of the castle. They used to keep the convicts in here, where if anybody had committed a crime, they would be locked up in here, and the doors were locked with a piece of rope, and this rope would keep them locked up for days upon days upon days. In fact, some crimes warranted that the convicts were kept in there for years, and it did a very good job. Now, today, when they lock up the convicts in the castle, they use this. They use a proper lock, and this is a A-bus lock, an N65/60. So there's no getting out of that. And here we have the messaging system of Belfast Castle. The inmates in here would post their messages through a hole, which the wind hopefully would carry it down this drain, and if it wasn't windy enough they would poke it through this hole right down into this grate, and it would find itself in an intricate system of pipes and piping, and it would find its way through to its intended recipient. There would be an inmate in here right now. His misdemeanour, or her misdemeanour, I'm unsure of. They don't post that sort of information here at the castle. It's fair to say it's probably something animal related. They generally don't put shoplifters in there. So if this animal abusee would want to send a message, poke it through the thing, down in the grate. So in comparison to the two castles, what you've got are castle-esque features. Both have cannons. Now, Carrickfergus Castle has Carrickfergus all around it, whereas this castle really only has mountainous woodland around it. But I think you'll find that those two castles that you visit, you'll love it.
Just strawberries and champagne.